beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BFGoodrich all-terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BFGoodrich, what are you building for?
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing, win every race.
Dame una bomba de agua.
¿Tienes anticongelante?
Para tu auto o tu taller, en AutoZone estamos para ti. Con más de 100,000 números de parte disponibles y una gran variedad de productos. Con AutoZone,
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
Hey Nick, can you hear me? Oh yeah. I might have to change the rear sprocket. Wow, this is beautiful. It rides really good. Crossing the road now. Copy that.
We've chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. And we're still just getting started. From hammering at hammers to Baja bangers. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're bombing through the desert or just dodging potholes in rush hour, tread victoriously with Maxxis tires, built for whatever you're chasing.
Rocks. Sand. Heat. Life off-road is tough. We wouldn't have it any other way. If AMSOIL products are designed for this kind of punishment, think about what they can do for your daily driver. Upgrade to AMSOIL protection today and get fast free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
The finishing touches of any off-road vehicle are the things you add to make it your own. That's why we've developed a full collection of over 70 Polaris-engineered accessories specifically designed for Pro R. Polaris. Think outside.
Hey sis, you won't believe this place.
First, we checked out the pier, where cruise ships come from all over the world.
The vibe is one of a kind. Then we went to Valle de Guadalupe. The landscapes here are stunning.
There are vineyards everywhere.
And the wine was perfect.
And the food is on another level. With Michelin star restaurants in the valley, every moment is so unique.
You have to come to Ensenada.
It's the gateway to incredible experiences.
Hope you can join us next time.
Ensenada, where the ordinary is extraordinary.
Hey Nick, can you hear me? Oh yeah. I might have to pay the rear sprocket. Wow, this is beautiful. The ride's really good. Cross the road now. Copy that.
We've chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. And we're still just getting started. From hammering at hammers to Baja bangers. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're bombing through the desert or just dodging potholes in rush hour, tread victoriously with Maxxis tires. Built for whatever you're chasing.
Rocks. Sand. Heat. Life off-road is tough. We wouldn't have it any other way. If AMSOIL products are designed for this kind of punishment, think about what they can do for your daily driver. Upgrade to AMSOIL protection today and get fast free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
The finishing touches of any off-road vehicle are the things you add to make it your own. That's why we've developed a full collection of over 70 Polaris-engineered accessories specifically designed for Pro R. Polaris. Think outside.
Hey sis, you won't believe this place.
First, we checked out the pier, where cruise ships come from all over the world.
The vibe is one of a kind. Then we went to Valle de Guadalupe. The landscapes here are stunning.
There are vineyards everywhere.
And the wine was perfect.
And the food is on another level. With Michelin star restaurants in the valley, every moment is so unique.
You have to come to Ensenada.
It's the gateway to incredible experiences.
Hope you can join us next time.
Ensenada, where the ordinary is extraordinary.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Baja 500. Here we go, the green flag is up.
Tavo Vildosola.
Should be an awesome race today. We report again the rest of the day, try to bring you reports from the field.
because of this new technology, and we're able to give our fans perspectives that we never saw before. All right, let's go to some awesome in-field social media trophy trucks. Look at these guys. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's really up in the game for the coverage that we're allowed to provide.
Oh, we're going to check in with Wes up at the action desk. What's the latest, Wes?
They've got a big lead over the rest of the fields.
Check it out live all day long on our SCORE Off-Road app, YouTube, and ScoreInternational.com.
This one is the third year in a row we've won the 500. And in a row, Gus. You guys are unstoppable.
Welcome back, everybody. You're here once again to the SCORE Method Race Wheels Baja 500 Qualifier. We've had action down in Baja, California all morning today. We started off with the Trophy Truck Legends class first, then we went to the Trophy Truck Spec class, then we went to the Trophy Truck two-wheel drive class, and now we're going to the Trophy Truck all-wheel drive open unlimited class.
The unlimited truck class.
These are the big ones, the big bad boys. Run what you brung. No rules in this class. You can have four wheels turning, you can have two wheels driven, whatever you want. You get to race it in this class. So we're just waiting at the start here. You can see under the Method Race Wheels start arch right there. We saw Robbie Gordon went off last on his sight lap. We did not see the 27 take a sight lap. So we're waiting to see if we're going to see the 27 take a sight lap. If not, we could be only moments away from the first car going off the line. First car off the line right there is going to be Kevin Thompson's car driven by Harley Lettner today, followed by Toby Price, Tavo Vadosla, Luke McMillan, then Dan McMillan. So we got brothers going back to back there. Once again, we got Justin Lofton, Eric Kusted, Rob McCachran, Jonathan Brenthal, and Christopher Paul Vardy is our order on the screen right there. We do have Alan Ampudia and Robbie Gordon that will be after those. So we have 12 that are signed up for qualifying today. What do you think, Nick? We're going to see some fast times here?
I think we're going to see 12 really fast times. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like not even BSing around here, but like all 12 of these guys are insanely fast, and they've all qualified very well at multiple races in different places. So it'll be really cool to see this qualifier. We've been seeing this course all morning and all day, and it's kind of tight, a little technical. A couple spots where you could make a little bit of a mistake, but these are trained professionals, and these are the best in the sport and the fastest guys to do it. So I think we're going to have some really, really quick times, and it's going to be really exciting to watch.
So speaking of times, this was our last group that just went, the two-wheel drives. We have Ethan Ebert there in the Honda SUV, set the fastest time of a 4:15, which was almost 8 seconds over second place. That's actually a pretty big gap there
very
between first and second, and 15 seconds over Cameron Steele there in the third position. So a very respectable time there for Ethan Ebert. That's with a twin turbo V6 too.
Correct.
So a little bit different than everyone else running the big V8s out here. So keep in mind that when we see these results, these next cars coming are going to be mixed in with these results right here.
Correct.
So if someone gets a 4:14, they will be first. If they get a 4:16, they'll actually be starting behind Ethan Ebert.
Exactly.
Now the legends will also be mixed into here. So these times right here will be mixed in with the last ones we just saw and with the ones that we're about to see. So are you confused yet?
I'm very confused.
So basically, we don't actually know who's going to start first yet because we're going to be combining them still. Yeah. We do know who's going to start first in the Trophy Truck Spec class. That is going to be Jason McNeil. No surprise, once again, the fastest out there, 4:15. Flat as also the fastest time of the day.
Yes.
Faster than the two-wheel drive trophy trucks and all the legends.
Correct.
Which is insane because there was some all-wheel drive trucks in the legends class, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, definitely going to be exciting to watch that throughout the day. And here's the schedule for the rest of the week. So today we obviously have qualifying. Tomorrow, Tech and Contingency starts at 8 a.m. What do we got on Saturday?
Saturday's the Moto Start. Starts at 3:30 a.m. So you want to wake up early and watch that, go right on ahead. I'll be snoozing.
Yeah, me too.
The four-wheel starts at 9:15 a.m. I'll be about ready for some coffee by then and up and moving. Probably be in the shop, have it on the TV. And the four-wheel start's definitely going to be very exciting. We're going to see the ceremonial start there in town. They're going to cruise through town, and then once they hit the dirt, it's game on, wide open, let it rip. So very exciting day of racing ahead of us on Saturday. And then also Friday, I mean, heck, tune in, put it on the TV at home, watch the live stream, check out Tech and Contingency, see some good interviews with some of the fun drivers and some of their teammates and all that. And, you know, just kind of immerse yourself in the glory of SCORE International Off-Road Racing.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be good. I don't think that the 6100 Spec Truck is gonna have the fastest time after a few runs right here, right? Some of these guys are gonna beat Jason McNeil, I think. If they don't, something crazy is going on here. All right, but they have to. I mean, these are we got over $1 million trucks coming up next.
Right.
So this is going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to watch it. And we're waiting to hear an official start time. It might be 12:30. So we're waiting to find out if they're starting at 12:30 or a little bit earlier. Looks like, is that the guy in the yellow? So far when we've seen the guy in the yellow in front of the truck.
Yeah, we got crew members around that though.
Yeah, I think that's crew members there. So we're trying to get you guys a good start time.
Yeah, as much as I'm sure all you guys would love to hear Fish and I talk back and forth for the next 9 minutes, we could probably show you some commercials. This might be a better option. So as soon as we know when it's going to start, we'll let you know whether we're going to watch the commercials or maybe Fish and I are going to sit here and just try and tread water as long as we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 12:30 here.
All right, so say you got $10 to spare right now, and we're going to put it on a bet. We're going to put it on a table. Who are we betting is going to have the fastest qualifying time right now after what we've seen all morning?
I mean, I'd have to go with Toby Price right now.
You're going to go Toby Price?
Yeah, I'd have to take Toby because he's second. You don't want to be too far back here. I think it's going to get chewed up a little bit.
Yeah.
So like Christopher Polvardi and Alan Impudia in the back there, I mean, either one of them could too. But if I have to put it on somebody right now, I'm going to take Toby Price.
I think I'm going to have to put it on the local boy, Luke McMillan. I think I'm going to put it on that.
Oh,
I think I'm going to put my money on Luke. I think this is nice and technical, kind of fits his style. I think he's a sharpshooter. He knows what he's doing, knows where to put the tires and wheels. Him and Duncan have got a good flow. So, I mean, whether or not he wants to qualify first, I bet you if he wanted to, he could probably put that thing in the top spot.
So here's the thing with Luke. I don't think he wants to.
No,
I mean,
he
said
does.
it before. He doesn't want to qualify first. Luke wants to be like second or third.
Right.
He doesn't want to be the first car on the road. So, does he hold up a little bit in qualifying? Maybe. But how do you know how much to hold up? There's no way, right? It's not like you're going your lap, oh, we're going too fast.
True,
Let's slow down.
yeah.
Like, there's no way, really, right? Yeah. So I think you just don't overdrive it, and just have a fast, conservative pace here to win. Looking at the entry list, one guy that's not here, who I would put my money on a lot of times, is Bryce Menzies.
True.
He's not here this race. Unfortunately, he has some health things that he's got going on right now, but we know he's watching. So Bryce, shout out to you. Hopefully we see you back at the Baja 400. Hopefully everything goes well with you and you're back out here racing with these boys, because it's always fun to see you guys mixing it up in the all-wheel drives here.
It's absolutely incredible, too, when you read through that list of names, looking through it, and those are all just absolute living legends in this sport, and it's so cool to see them all stacked up in the same class, all battling against each other.
Oh, yeah.
And especially in a playing field like this, like the Baja 500, where, the pace is going to be pretty wild. It's not a 1,000 where you're kind of taking your time. The 500 is the same pace, I would say, as the 250 or the 400. It's a full-out sprint all the way to the finish of the race.
Yeah, and speaking of the finish, there's the start-finish right there. Look, they're testing the countdown timer there on the screen. Good to see that works. That is where the start is going to be on Saturday morning. You said at 3:30.
3:30 a.m. for the motorcycles.
3:30 a.m. So if you guys want to stay up all night, you don't even have to go to sleep on Friday night.
That's it.
You can go out to the bar. It closes at 2. Go home, get a drink, and then watch this at 3:30 in the morning.
Perfect.
That'll be probably will be about that many people there at 3:30 in the morning too.
Fish, when was the last time you saw 3:30 a.m.?
That would probably be in Vegas or something. Actually at Ormhoff, I think. The Ormhoff Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame, shout out to them. They do a great ceremony every year honoring all of the heroes and legends in our sport, and they always have a fun party in Vegas. So there you go. That's probably the last time I was up till 3:30.
3:30. You're wild, dude. You're wild.
But then you got to go racing the next day. And starting on a bike at 3:30 in the morning is pretty gnarly because it's dark.
Absolutely.
Starting in the dark on a bike when you know you're going to be riding for a while in the dark is crazy. It's one thing to be finishing in the dark later on a bike, and you get to see the lights coming behind you, so it's a lot safer, right? But in the morning, it's just you out there.
Right. That's got to be a little spooky, taking off all by yourself. And,
yeah, definitely.
Not quite my move.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I mean, the very first car to go off the line right there is Kevin Thompson's car being driven by Harley Lettner, one of the craziest wheelmen out there. I mean, for as far as like putting on a show and looking just absolutely out of control while being in control most of the time, Harley Lettner definitely the top of the list there.
Absolutely.
So we should get a good show right off the bat here. And it doesn't look like they're getting ready to go any second, so I think we're going with 12:30.
I would think so too.
I would put money on it at this point. I'd take my $10 actually first. I'll bet on 12:30, and then when we start at 12:30, I'll take my $20, and I'll double that down on Toby Price.
I'm gonna have to get
then
a
I'll
loan.
have $20 on Toby.
I don't even have $10, dude.
Oh,
I didn't bring cash. People use cash still?
You could just Venmo me.
All right, fair.
It's fair enough. All right, so there's the Method Race Wheels starting arch that we will see them going under once we get going. Once again, this is out in Ojos Negros, just east of Ensenada, Mexico. Pretty cool spot out there at Jose G's ranch. Shout out to Jose G for letting all the racers come out there and setting up a good qualifying course on his property out there. Makes it fun. He kind of switches it up. He's got a couple different trails he can use, so it's not the same thing every time. Sometimes we qualify at Rancho Nelson, Rancho Nelson. Last year we did for the 1,000. Maybe we will again this year. Kind of mix it up so you're not in the same spot all the time.
Right.
Makes it fun.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. And like I said, this kind of gives a good depiction of what the racetrack is like, kind of tight, technical up and downs through the twisties and the turnies.
Yeah.
As much as you want to be wide open the entire time, there definitely are, like I said, there's, if you haven't been watching the live stream since this morning, there's a few blind rises here and there. There's a few kind of like unassuming turns where you think you're wanting to go one way, but you end up tightening up the other way. There's a couple little like elevation change drop-offs and stuff like that. So you definitely got to be on your toes from the beginning of the qualifier all the way to the end. And it definitely pays off to have a good navigator in there calling those corners for you, giving you that reassurance.
Yeah. Here, let's see if we can tell. I told Robbie to wave at the camera over here. Let's see if we can get him to get a wave. Stay on this thing for a second. We're going to ask him what his strategy is and see if he can wave at the camera over here. So that is Baja Brian, and we talked about this earlier. Baja Brian has already ridden in 2 other cars today out on this course. So this is his 3rd qualifying lap right now that he's going out in. So, I mean, he's got 5 laps under his belt because he had 2, way to do it. And then he had the practice lap here. So that's quite a bit of experience there already on this course today. We'll see if it plays to his advantage at all, huh?
Right. Yeah, as a driver, if I was qualifying later on in the day, I would absolutely look to see if I could bribe a spec truck driver or a Legends driver, see if they needed a navigator, and find myself in the passenger seat.
I mean, that's a great strategy. I'm honestly surprised more people don't do that. Have their navigator go with someone else, you know, that maybe doesn't matter quite as much earlier, or just, you know, to get the experience going around the course. So pretty cool to see Robbie out there. This truck, we haven't talked about it yet. This is a twin engine, twin transmission, twin everything in this truck. It's crazy. They basically said, hold my beer, watch this, and built this thing at the Geyser shop.
It's 2 chains.
Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool to see. So we will be getting ready to start in just a few minutes here. My laptop screen went black. This is perfect timing.
Exciting.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it reset.
Good thing I got my trusty old 4-year-old iPad here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was the old Ken Block race suit in there that he's got on there. Brian had that one. It must fit the best. He still likes wearing that one.
Looks like we're kind of clearing some of the crew out of the way. I would assume we're, like I said, going for that 12:30 start, being 12:28. Getting pretty close. We got the man in the high-vis outfit there who's giving everybody the go-ahead when it's time to take off and let it rip. We got Justin Lofton here on board.
Yep.
That's another ringer, another somebody who could put that thing on top of the box. He's got plenty of seat time down here in Mexico, and he's great driver, great wheelman in that Mason all-wheel drive.
Yeah, just in the Aw Beef entry there. There's a look out the front of his truck. Pretty much every single one of these trucks just about probably has a camera on it nowadays.
Yeah.
I think the McMillans don't run cameras, but I think pretty much everybody else probably does. I know Ampudia does. Robbie, obviously, we saw. Polvardi does. Rob Max, we've seen his before. Lofton, we just saw. Tavo, I don't know if Tavo does. I don't think I've seen a camera on Tavo's before.
So that you know, that's a little bit of a conversation too to be had. It's like, yes, live streaming's great, you have all that, but you know, it's still racing, and there's some things you want to keep close to the chest, you want to keep secret, you want to keep on the down low, and maybe you don't want to be broadcasting how you're doing this in cab or what you got going on, and you know, especially too when you're trying to hunt gear changes and gear ratios and torque flashes and all that stuff. You want to make sure that like your RPMs aren't lining up with others, and there's a lot that can be, you know, pulled out of watching somebody's in-car. So I could see why some people opt out of the in-car live streaming. So
I know at San Felipe it was awesome. This is Alan Ampudia's on the left right there, right? So it was him, and you could see when he got a flat that Luke McMillan came by him with a flat and was in front of him changing it. You could see it on his camera right there. They were both changing flats, and they were running first and second. Both changing flats at the same time. It was awesome to see.
I'm getting anxious just thinking about it.
I just saw him give him the 10 seconds.
Looks like you won $10 on your
Here we go,
12:30 start.
12:30. Now I'm taking that 10 and I'm throwing it on Toby. Remember my
Toby.
20.
All right.
So I got $20 on Toby
20 bucks
now.
on Toby.
Yeah, don't let me down, Toby.
All right. There's our first truck going off the line. The Kevin Thompson entry, driven by Harley Lentner.
This will be one of our fastest times right here. For sure, if he has a clean run.
Moving some absolute earth there.
All right. It's one of those Joe Gibbs engines in that thing. Those things sound so mean in these things.
Thing's an absolute lightning rod, dude. It's so fast.
Over 1,000 horsepower, pushing through a sequential transmission, driving all 4 wheels at the same time. I mean, how much better than that can you get?
That's some pretty cool stuff.
Definitely awesome. Harley is usually a very fast qualifier too. This fits, the qualifying is his style, You know, there's some drivers, like I would say Luke. Luke's not really a qualifying driver. He's a go out on the course and he'll pass you on the course after you out-qualify him. And that's his game plan. Same with Dan McMillan. He's not really a qualifier, but he goes out on the course, passes everybody, and then, you know, finishes. Where you have, obviously, Harley, Toby Price, Allen, Ampudia, Tavo. Those guys are totally, like, good qualifiers usually. Yeah, so a little bit different.
It's a different headspace, too. You got to think, like, I always kind of equate it to like short course guys. Can you imagine being a short course dude? You're hanging out in your pits all day, doing your thing, and all of a sudden, all right, go race, and you gotta just turn it on instantly. There is no, give me 10 miles, let me warm up to it. No, it's go, go, go the second they say go.
Yeah, you're going from the beginning.
Very similar to qualifying. You gotta be able to just flip that switch and drive to 110% right off the bat. You know.
Yeah, so the order that was here that we're qualifying in is just the order that they signed up in. On the website.
Correct,
so this isn't based off of any prior results or anything special like that. It was just the order that you signed up in. Bryce actually had the first spot. He was signed up first, so he would have been first if he was here.
Correct.
Looks like, you know, Kevin Thompson signed up second. So a little bit of strategy in that, you know, whether you want to be first or not. You know what time and day that they're going to open, so you're sitting on the computer hitting refresh, got your entry form ready to go, or do you be like, hey, you know what, I think like 2 or 3 people are going to do that. I'll give it 5 minutes. There we go. Toby Price in the Paul Wheel. Andy McMillan vehicle off the line. Another all-wheel drive Mason trophy truck.
Absolute rocket ship.
And look at this, they got brand new sponsor on the side of that thing. They got Red Bull on there. First time on that truck for Red Bull. So Red Bull stepping it up for Toby Price and Paul Wheel.
We got oh wow, there it is. So we've got a halfway time here for Harley Lintner in the 70 at 2 minutes and 28 seconds, which is the fastest split time we've seen so far today.
Yeah, what was the 2:29? I think
2:29
was Jason McNeil, right?
Correct.
So 1 second faster than Jason McNeil so far for Harley Lintner, which is impressive.
So
only
impressive.
1 second. Impressive for Jason McNeil to be 1 second behind. And just looking at this track, it didn't really get torn up that much,
not at
right?
all. It's
it
very
didn't really deteriorate.
Right. It's definitely held its ground.
I thought it would have gotten a little bit more torn up than it has been. Even the corners like that, they're not too blown out yet, and we've had quite a few vehicles go around this course already.
Right.
So Toby has, is that 1 spare it looks like?
Yes.
Harley had 2 spares, so different strategy there. Both the same trucks, they're both Mason all-wheel drives. You can see that's Brent Bauman in there riding with Toby Price, longtime co-driver, one of the top guys in the game, always on top of it. He actually used to ride in the truck that is currently in front of him on the course. He was riding with Kevin Thompson and Harley Lintner before. Now he's over here riding with Toby and Paul. And next on the line, we're going to have Tavo Vadosila will be our 3rd driver. And there he is. You just saw him get the 10-second sign.
Another driver that could put down the fast lap today.
Yeah, Tavo's
We've
definitely
seen it before.
Fast.
Looks like we should be getting a time here any minute for the 70. Got Tavo out on course, 21 taking off. We saw his dad earlier on with the #1 spot in the Legends class. Trucks look very similar, except instead of the black, his dad's truck's got the white.
There we go, Kevin Thompson, 4:13.
Whoa, 2 seconds.
2 seconds faster than the spec earlier.
Oh my gosh, and we have a halftime for Toby Price.
Where's he at?
2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Oh, how's my money looking so far? I don't want to jinx him, but I'm looking
hey,
pretty good.
Still got 10 guys to go.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, pump your brakes there, buddy.
He's got to make it to the second half of the course, though.
Winner buys burritos, all right?
Here's Tavo. Tavo's always fast. We'll see where his time is, too. That'll give us a little...
That clip right there is just so cool. When they come in the corner, you know, whoa it up, get it checked in, get in the corner, and then these all-wheel drives just shoot out so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, like, undescribable how that's got to feel.
I mean, this course is just insane for these trucks. It's perfect. Probably a lot of fun on this course too.
Yeah.
Actually, it's you know.
Heck yeah.
It's not too rough, but it's technical. A little challenging.
Yeah, it's just corner to corner is what this one is. You just got to be as quick.
There is some spots you have to check up at though, for sure.
Very cool.
All right, so Toby Price at halfway at 2:21. Kevin Thompson was 2:28. So 7 seconds faster. We'll see when he finishes. Kevin is a 4:13. Now remember, these times are going to be combined with the 2-wheel drives, not the spec trucks, but with the 2-wheel drive trophy truck times. So the fastest one in that one was Ethan with a 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So Kevin Thompson's truck will be in front of the two-wheel drive for sure.
Man, just listen to that motor. Should have a time here for Toby any second. And we do. Holy smokes.
Oh, what do we got there?
4 minutes and 4 seconds.
Wow, that's pretty fast, isn't it?
Impressive. Hey, I never said he wasn't going to be fast.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Top of the leaderboard, 4:04.
Oh, hey, but all right. Tavo coming in with a 2:22, so only 1 second behind Toby so far.
Well, less than one, because look, it's 2:22.6,
so
and he was 2:21.8.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, we got a runner here with Tavo. Yeah. No surprise though.
Yeah, and this is it. I mean, you want to talk about the fastest dude in this sport? This is them. These are the fastest dudes in off-road racing right now.
Oh yeah, this is the best of the best racing out here today. This is awesome. This is where it's at. These guys all do their homework. They've been down there pre-running. They've been making course notes, getting their sections dialed in. Now, most of these guys are going to drive the whole race themselves. We do have some that are going to change, like Harley Lettner and Kevin Thompson, I believe will go half and half. They normally do. Toby Price will split with Paul Wheel. Tavo will drive the whole thing. Luke will drive the whole thing. Dan will drive the whole thing. Justin will drive the whole thing, I believe. Most of these guys do the whole thing. Rob probably drives the whole thing. Whole thing.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, Robbie will split with Max. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, more people do the whole thing than split in this class.
We should have a time here soon for Tavo coming in.
Here's Luke McMillan in the 83 out on course.
Calm, cool, collected. Look at this guy.
Yep, super smooth. You got Jason Duncan, owner of SDG Shocks, making sure that truck is dialed in always. He's riding in the right seat. I would say clearly one of the top co-drivers in the game today. Him and Brent are up there. One of only a few guys that can change a tire in less than a minute.
Dude, so impressive.
Insane.
I can't change a tire in under a minute.
Oh, there's no way. The tires weigh as much as I do. These things they're crazy. 40-inch tires. Oh, Kevin Thompson.
Oh, no. You can take your $10, brother.
No, I needed to take my money back.
Oh, my gosh. We got time in for Tavo Vildosola with 4:04.1.
We're going to have to get a recount on that.
Impressive.
The 5/10 of a second. 5/10 of a second.
Okay. Here we go. We got a halftime for Luke McMillan. You ready for this halfway time? 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 0.8.
What is
so
going
we
on
are
here?
Almost 2 seconds faster so far at the halfway point with Luke than Tavo.
Awesome. All right. Let's see if Luke can hold it together.
Come on, Luke. Win me my $20, brother.
Look how close it is, though. 4:04.1 and 4:04.6.
Half a second.
This is what we're talking about. These cars and these drivers have gotten that close together now that one flat tire during the race, and you're probably not winning.
Game over.
It's insane how close these guys are. The whole time. Like, they'll be 500 miles on Saturday, and they'll literally finish within a minute of each other, probably. Like, the first few. It's insane how close this racing is nowadays.
Following along here with the 23 of Dan McMillan, brother to Luke McMillan.
So far, everybody that's gone has been ahead of the two-wheel drive.
Correct.
The first 3 finishers we've had are all in front of the two-wheel drive. So that means that Ethan is at least pushed down to 4th position right now. We'll see where Luke is in a minute. We got Luke and Dan both out on the course at the same time. Both brothers.
Dan, go. Yeah, you can tell Dan's truck, obviously, if you can't see the number, Dan's 23, but Dan's truck has the black straight monster and Luke has the beast on the door. So if you're spectating, you're hanging out, you're down there, don't get the names mixed up.
Which is kind of funny to me because I would have put the beast on Dan's truck because he was a little bit more of the partier guy than Luke. And the beast is the alcohol drink and the monster is the more serious, maybe performance drink or whatever.
That's true.
Now, this truck did just get a Gibbs engine put in it, too. That's why it did not race at San Felipe. They were doing the swap over. So same with Luke's as well. Luke's had it put in before San Felipe, raced with the Gibbs there. This will be the first race with Dan McMillan driving.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, what do we got? Another upset at the top.
So our new all-wheel drive leader, fastest lap all today, is Luke McMillan with 4 minutes, 1 second, 0.9. I don't know.
Well, let's listen in. This is Justin Lofton.
Up the hill.
Yeehaw.
45 right. Dip down. 90 left, open. Keep some speed.
Well, that's a look at Justin Lofton right there, his co-driver. I'm not sure if that's Derek in there today. or who he's got riding with him.
Sounds like Derek, but I'm not sure.
I know it's not Mike Kim, because Mike Kim should be with Polvardi.
45 left.
We've got a halfway time for Dan, 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Well, so much for Luke not trying to get on the pole, huh?
Right. Hey, we got some hot rods still behind him. We got the number 11 Rob McCackern coming up, fastest man in motorsports. So
we do. And we have Alan.
That's true.
And we have Robbie Gordon.
And Polvardi.
And Polvardi.
Basically everybody. Like we said
Jason
in the
Dudley
beginning.
is riding with Justin Lofton.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. Thanks for that, Brian. Yeah, Luke was going for it today. I haven't seen Luke push that hard in qualifying in a bit.
Maybe he's trying to go ribbon to ribbon. Maybe he's trying to lead this thing all the way to the end.
Well, he's got that new engine package in there, too.
True.
He might be a little faster than he thinks it is nowadays.
Back right. Slight right. Back left with a dip. Slight left. 45 right at the bottom here. Slight left.
There you got the number 38 of Eric Husted taking off the line. Oh, getting a little rowdy. Oh, gather it up, buddy, gather it up. There we go, there we go. Oh, photographer.
Jeez. Okay.
All right, we're all right. We're all good.
Course.
Like it never happened. Get after it, buddy.
I kicked a little on that one.
Yeah, that photog got real lucky on that one. Holy smokes.
All right, Dan McMillan is in with a 424.645.
There you go, Dan.
So that puts him in the 5th position in the all-wheel drive class and behind 2 in the other class. So that's going to be in the 7th. So he's 7th right now in Trophy Truck. He's going to be behind Maverick Gaunt right now. Here's Eric Husted, who we saw get a little bit crazy a few minutes ago.
Little Western, as the kids say these days.
We're already halfway through our qualifiers. This is crazy stuff. This is going fast today.
Yeah. Do we think that we're going to see a 4 flat today?
If maybe on Pudia or Polvardi's fast. Yeah,
I bet you Polvardi. If anybody's going to do it, it'll be those two.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Robbie Gordon's truck is just too big and heavy to do good on this qualifying course. Watch, he'll go out and set the pole. Now I said that,
Right.
but it's twin engine, twin everything. That truck is a beast.
And he did amazing in San Felipe, I think, because of the sand and the weight of that vehicle really helped with that. It got him down in there, got him into that traction, and actually helped propel that truck forward. Where somewhere like this, you might almost want somewhat of a nimble vehicle that wants to snap around and you can kind of maneuver around here.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody's gonna be able to throw a truck around, though, it's going to be Robbie Gordon.
True.
I don't know, go back in time and watch the old Parker testing videos of him sliding the corners and ripping that thing around. That man knows how to control a truck.
Definitely. All right, so this is Justin Lofton coming into the finish soon.
We got a split time for him at 2:22.
There's the finish.
There we go. Lofton in the new number 4 spot with a 4:06.8.
Yeah, good job.
Here comes the legend himself, number 11, Rob McCackern.
4:06.849. That is in front of all the two-wheel drives. So yeah, he will be in the, what did we say, 4th position.
Looks like he's got.
So Luke McMillan still sitting on top of the pole with a 4:01. Tavo in 2nd with a 4:04.1. Toby in 3rd with a 4:04.6, and Toby owes me $20. Justin Lofton next with a 4:06. 4:13 for Kevin Thompson and a 4:24 for Dan McMillan. That's what we have so far. Eric Husted should be finishing his lap in just about a minute.
And we got in-car here with the number 11, Rob McCackern, in that Jimco all-wheel drive truck. Fastball sponsored, Fox supported racing machine. Rob McCackern, big Casey Highlights Motive Gear guy, fellow teammate there.
Next on the line will be the 27 Jonathan Brenthal entry, but it should be Jake Johnson driving according to the notes we have here. There's a look at our current leaderboard. Still Luke McMillan up top there, like we said.
Wow.
2.5 seconds almost over Tavo. Really close between Tavo and Toby, and then about 2.5 seconds from Price to Lofton. Rob McCachran here inside the number 11. BFGoodrich Jimco all-wheel drive.
I always remember going back to when qualifying first became a thing in desert racing and watch Rob McCachran's in-car, and he'd be driving one-handed, one hand on the shifter, one hand on the wheel, and you'd watch the in-car and you'd think the guy was on his parade lap, and then he'd do a lap that was 10 seconds faster than anybody else.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, the paddle shifters are awesome now.
Oh,
Here's a
yeah.
look at Christopher Polvardi. So Christopher back in Baja. He took off the San Felipe race, wanted to try something a little different, went and raced in the US for a race instead, and said, you know what, I got to get back to Baja, so here he is.
On a sick one. We've seen this kind of aggression already today. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, this could be very fast here. Eric Husted is in with a 424.3, so just in front of Dan McMillan, who had a 424.6.
Polvardi here started his racing career in the short course world, and it shows in situations like this. Like I said, they say go, he flips that switch, and it's game on.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. We got the telemetry, too. You can see what gear he's in, RPM. Look at the gas. Oh, brake. That's awesome.
Floor it.
Yeah, look, 40, 45. This is not a real fast qualifier, like we said. They're not doing 90 miles an hour here. This is about the fastest, longest straightaway right here. Let's see what he gets up to. 75.
It's just amazing how quick these things slow down.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. You can see mostly using the gas, not using the brake too much. A little bit here and there.
This is pretty fast. I'm very curious. Oh,
That's really fast. He just cleared that whole little stuff jump thing. He cleared the whole thing.
This guy's nuts.
Yeah, this is going to be fast.
We
Should
got
be Mike Kim riding with him there.
Yeah, we got a halfway time here for McCachran with a 225, which if we're looking at halfway times, it's putting him in the number 5 spot.
Oh, Polvardi is, getting a little sideways there. A little Western.
Yeah.
Gathered it up nicely, though. See if he can hold this pace. If he can hold this pace, he's got to be at the top. He's got to be. It's a high risk, high reward a little bit going for it like that. See what he can do. Here's Alan Impudia. He's going to be on the same pace.
Yep.
So we did not see the 27 go. Question is, do they go at the end or not, right? They didn't.
Oh my gosh.
What do we got?
We got a halfway time for Polvardi at 2:16.
Oh, wow. 2:16, and that's 4 seconds faster than Luke. Luke was at a 2:20
we'll see
at the halfway time.
If he keeps this thing on the larboard side down, that truck's going to do a 4 flat, I bet.
Definitely, because he was a 4:01. He's already doing that, yeah.
Dude, what the heck?
He's on it. It'd be interesting to see what Alan's time is if he's pushing that hard too. Polvardi's clearly pushing hard though. You could see the truck. It was all over the place kind of. He was doing a good job, but he was totally pushing hard.
Alan looks a little more collected.
It's like when you talk to these guys at the finish line, like, oh, how hard are you pushing? Like 80%. Like,
could have
bullshit.
gone faster.
We saw your camera.
Yeah, you cleared the whole gap, you wild man.
Nobody ever says, oh, I was driving 120%. Now with the in-car, we get to see at all times, which is good and bad.
Yeah.
Makes it fun for us at home, though. It gives us something to watch.
Yeah, you used to be able to buy a tachometer that had a tattletale on it. Now,
yeah.
now you've got your in-car.
Yeah, you can see what the max was, exactly.
Yeah.
Now there's no excuses. You can't say, oh, this or that.
Right.
Like, oh, no, we saw it.
With all the data collected and everything these days, the whole truck's a tattletale.
Exactly.
No, I was floored in qualifying. Well, this data says otherwise.
Oh, the co-driver didn't call the corner. Oh, wait, let's see.
Yeah.
Actually, here's the audio. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, technology's definitely come a long ways in off-road racing. It makes it fun. It's fun, like I said, for the spectators is where it's gained the most, spectators and everybody.
So we should get a mid time any second here for Christopher.
Yeah, he's going to be at the top. He's got to be. As long as he kept going. I don't know, we haven't had a camera on him here. If he's still moving, he's got to be at the top. There he is.
Holy smokes.
Wow. 3:55.
0.4.
That is 6 seconds faster than Luke McMillan was. Wow. I mean, we saw it. It makes sense.
Wow, that was incredible. All right.
That was insane. Did we read Rob Mack's time? 4:10?
4:10, there you go.
4:10, so it's 6th place for Rob McCachran. So 4:10 for Rob Mack.
And here comes the number 5 truck of Robbie Gordon.
There he is. There's Robbie
2
Gordon.
motors, 2 trannies, 2 diffs.
2 everything.
2 dudes. We're going for it. Let's see him put a heater down here. That iconic orange out there on the racing track.
That is insane. 3:55.407 for Polvardi. 6.5 seconds.
That's insane. Good job, Christopher.
Insane.
Good
Yeah,
run,
good job,
buddy.
Christopher. Welcome back to Baja, buddy.
Yeah.
So the way Christopher got to qualify, because if you guys didn't know earlier, they have to have someone start a car at the prior race. So they had someone drive off the line with the 94 on their truck. Then they went and parked it, and that's how he was able to qualify here. So that was the same with Dan McMillan. They had someone go off the line, started in number 23, parked it so that he was able to qualify here. So Bryce Menzies, if he wants to qualify at the 400, is going to have someone drive a truck off the
Correct.
line on Saturday with the number 7 on it, and that way he's able to qualify for the 400.
And that's for all classes qualifying.
If you don't do that, you can still race the next race, you just don't get to qualify.
We got a halfway time for Ampudia with a 2:23, just a touch off the pace there, so something must have caught up to him.
Yeah, or he's just not pushing it too hard. So Robbie Gordon is going to drive the first half tomorrow, about the first half. Depends on where he gets, 210, 240, somewhere over there. Robbie's going to get out, and his son Max Gordon is going to jump in for his first time driving a trophy truck in Baja during a race. So that'll be fun to watch. I hope this truck holds up and gets to max.
Yeah.
It's a fun truck, like you said. It's got 2 of everything: 2 engines, 2 transmissions,
2 Starlinks.
2 Starlinks. There you go. 2 Starlinks. Yeah. So 1 wasn't enough. Everyone has to do 2 now.
Got to double down.
Yeah. It's always good to have a backup, especially in desert racing.
It's pretty cool here to see that RPM Orange back out here on the racetrack. I feel like we're taking a step back in time. We got RPM Orange. We got Roger Norman back. What's going on here? This is crazy.
2008 all over again?
Got a gosh darn history lesson. We got a time for Ampudia. Lands him in the number 5 spot with a 4-minute, 5-second, 0.9 lap. Very respectable.
What was it? 4:05.917. All right. So 5th position. So Robbie Gordon is going to be the last car we just heard. So the Jonathan Brenthal entry, the 27, is not going to take the start today. They, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but they can still race on Saturday. They'll just start behind everybody that did start today.
Got my Robbie Gordon halfway time at a 2:23.3.
That's not bad. That's on pace for 4th place right now.
Yep.
Pretty good. Now remember, we're going to combine all these times with the 2-wheel drives. So you're going to have a few 2-wheel drives that get in the mix here, like Ethan Ebert with the 415. That's going to be in about, let's see, what's that? 9th place.
Position, yep.
So far 8 trucks are going to be in front of Ethan, and then it's going to kind of mix it up from there. I don't have all those numbers in front of me, but like Maverick Gone will be up there. Cameron with a 430 is going to be probably about, I don't know, 16th or so, maybe 14th, something like that.
Yeah. It is impressive too to talk about that. Jason McNeil in the spec truck is within the top 10 overall qualifiers.
Yes, I mean he did get to go earlier, so the course, and he went early in his run, right?
That's
so the
true.
course was a little bit different, but still, obviously. And Jason McNeil's always fast, no matter what.
So we should have a time here. Robbie should be getting close here to the finish. He's on a mission. Still so impressive with that run by Christopher, at 3:55. That's just an insane speed.
All right, so our final car is making their way to the finish. That is none other than Robbie Gordon in the number 5. Should be just a couple corners from the finish, and we'll get a time for him. Currently sitting in the 6th position.
There he goes.
We'll
Coming up to the timing loop now.
There's the finish.
A 4:24.
All right, so 4:24.
Oh, no,
no,
sorry,
4:07.
4:07. My mistake.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
4:07.029. That puts him in the 7th position, and he is in front of all the 2-wheel drives with that time too, so he will start 7th. So Robbie Gordon will be 7th, and that is the conclusion of our Method Race Wheels Baja 500 qualifying today. Hopefully you guys had fun joining us. Tomorrow, tune back in at 8 in the morning for Tech and Contingency all day tomorrow. And then Saturday, what do we got again, Nick?
3:30 a.m. moto start.
Nice,
so
bright and early.
Yeah, so either you're still awake from the night before or you're waking up bright and early to watch the moto wild men and women take off that start line.
Yep.
So, and then Saturday, the 4-wheel starts at 9:15 a.m., more of a realistic time for us to be awake and ready to tune in. Here we got our time stacked up. Fish, give us a rundown here.
Yeah, this is the ones we just saw.
Insane to me.
So this is not overall. This is going to be just the class we just saw. Christopher Polvardi out front, blistering 6.5 seconds ahead of Luke McMillan. Tavo Vadosola third, Toby Price fourth, Alan Impudia fifth, Justin Lofton sixth, Robbie Gordon seventh, Rob McCackern 8th, Kevin Thompson 9th, and Eric Kustad 10th. Now remember, a few of the two-wheel drives may jump in front of those spots once the times are combined.
Right.
Now here's a look at the two-wheel drive.
We got Ethan Ebert first. We've got Maverick Gaunt, Cameron Steele, Sam Baldy, Tim Herbst, Roberto Romo Jr., Dave Taylor, David Ziegler, Roger Norman, and Mike Perez round out your top 10 for the two-wheel drive class.
And the legends who went first thing this morning. Now these will also be mixed in, so we need to mix these in with both those others as well. Like right now, the 422 is going to be, what is that, third
yep.
in two-wheel drive one.
Two-wheel drive, yep.
Yeah, somewhere down there, probably about 12th. So we got Gustavo Vadoso with Ricky Johnson first, David Payne with Larry Rossler driving second, Sean Runyon, and then Shane Lewis. There is a few more cars in each of those classes that just didn't qualify as well.
And in spec, we got Jason McNeil with a blistering 4 minutes, 15-second lap, which actually held the fastest lap for the day for quite some time this morning. Mike Marsal in second, Justin Davis, Jordan Brenthal, EJ Herbst, George Sampietro, Sean Geiser, Ben Hagel, Thor Herbst, and Andrew Myers are your top 10 in spec. So we got, if you read through all those names all stacked up together, we got a bunch of real fast racing car drivers. So
there we go.
Very
all
excited
right.
here.
Well, we can see here's someone already back at their compound, but that was a lot of fun today. Thanks all you guys for tuning in. Thanks to Nick for joining. As always, hopefully we covered it okay for you guys. I know the schedule was a little bit different this time with the breaks in between, so we might change that up in the future. But it was fun bringing this to you guys all day. And then, like we said, come back on Saturday. We'll get to watch these guys go racing all day on Saturday. Usually the first truck finishes right around sunset in the past, so it'll probably be somewhere around there. A few people told me they thought the course was going to be a little bit slower this year than last year due to some of the stuff past Mike's. It's really tight, technical, and rough up there, so it might be a little bit slower Baja 500 than last year, but who knows? We say that every year, and then it ends up being faster.
Right.
So
Well, the trucks progress.
Yeah, the trucks
course
get
gets rough, trucks get faster.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps balancing out.
So we'll see what happens. So, all right. So, yeah, come back on Saturday. Come back tomorrow. Tune in here. And then also I'll be doing my Fishgistics updates, as always, all day during the race, every hour on the hour. So watch the SCORE stream and then watch mine and then go back to the SCORE stream, and we'll have all kinds of coverage for you guys down in Ensenada, California. Baja, California.
Baja.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for us here. I'm Austin Fish Farner, and this is Nick Isenhouer. And we're going to take off because we're done. See you guys.
See you guys next time. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Baja 500. Here we go, the green flag is up.
Tavo Vadosola.
Should be an awesome race today. We report again the rest of the day, try to bring you reports from the field.
Because of this new technology, and we're able to give our fans perspectives that we never saw before. All right, let's go to some awesome in-field social media trophy trucks. Look at these guys. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's really up in the game for the coverage that we're allowed to provide.
Oh. We're going to check in with Wes up at the action desk. What's the latest, Wes?
They've got a big lead over the rest of the fields.
Check it out live all day long on our SCORE Off-Road app, YouTube, and ScoreInternational.com.
This one is the third year in a row we've won the 500. And in a row, Gus. You guys are unstoppable.